Hi everyone, my name is Christina, Miss Christina. I'm a teacher at Stafford Dance, and I wanted to share a book with you and give you a little challenge to try out at home with your dancing, since we're not going to see each other at the studio for a little while. So the book I'm reading today is called Giraffes Can't Dance. And bear with me as I get it all set here. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now every year in Africa, they hold a jungle dance where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald," the animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird." Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted on the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket who'd seen Gerald earlier on, "but sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me the sweetest music is the branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to." With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying and his tail was swishing round. He threw his legs out sideways and swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. "I'm dancing! Yes, I'm dancing! I am dancing!" Gerald cried. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream! Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen." "How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how." But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. "We all can dance," he said, "when we find music that we love." So this book, usually I got it when my daughter was a baby. Someone gave it to me at her baby shower, and because they knew I liked dancing. And as a lot of you know, she's 5 years old now, but it's become one of my favorite books, and because I think it has a message for all of us. So even though probably when you saw this you thought this video is really for like the preschoolers, but really it's for anyone. I meant to say that in the beginning, sorry. But my challenge is, and the reason I love this book so much, is the very end where Gerald says we all can dance when we find music that we love. And that's true whether you're 3, 5, 9, 10, 15, 32, 40, 50. I'm not going to tell you how old I am. I didn't say it. But I think it just reminds me that no matter how old you are and how much you dance or you don't dance, you can dance to the music that you hear. So my challenge to you is to find some music, any kind of music, or maybe it's not music. You know, maybe you live by the water and there's noises that you hear that are make you want to dance, or maybe your mom is very busy in the kitchen and it like starts to sound like a song. So find something that is a little unique as far as music and make a dance to it. Take a video and share it with the rest of us so we can see each other dancing. And I'm going to challenge Gabriella to do this too. All right, guys, have fun, and I can't wait to see your videos.